Hey Canine crew, and welcome back to Canines of Candy. I hope you are all enjoying this beautiful weather but insanely hot. We don't see this weather a lot in England, do we? Let's face it. But in Essex right now, it is, I don't know the rest of the country, but Essex is absolutely beautiful, lovely and warm, maybe a little bit too warm for my liking. I don't know about anyone else. Drop it in the comments below to let me know what you think of the weather right now. So even if we do like it, our dogs absolutely do not. If you can only imagine wearing a fur coat and stepping outside and going for a walk in a fur coat, take your shoes off on the hot ground, you're probably going to have a basic of how a dog feels. A dog will always want to please its owner. It will go wherever you want them to go because they are people pleasers. They want to please their human. So be mindful, be an advocate for your dog. Do not take them out in hot weather. It is so critical. It can be so dangerous and it can cause heat stroke, and that is not good. The best times, when should you walk your dog? So I personally would say early in the morning, as early as possible, because the ground has had chance to cool overnight and the ground will be that little bit more dewy and nice and damp and cooler. In the evenings, yes, it can be okay, but sometimes I've found that even 8:30, 9 at night is still way too hot. If it's overcast and a little bit breezy, that's a better case scenario. But if the sun is still out and it's clear skies, I definitely wouldn't even walk them at night unless it's literally the sun's gone down and you're talking about 10, 11 at night. Sometimes not even that at the minute. It can get darker a lot later, but my preferable advice would be to go early doors in the morning. I have still seen people walking their dogs, and I'm sure a lot of other people are. Again, drop comments below to let me know your experiences in this hot weather and seeing people walk their dogs. They might think that, you know, their dogs can cope with it better. It's not worth taking the risk. It's really, really not. Go outside, please do. Check the floor with your bare feet, and that is a good indicator. And also, if it's too hot for you and you're struggling this heat, think of a dog with not only their coat, some dogs have got double coats. So I know with our German Shepherds, they've got two coats. A lot of dogs do. So that's insane, isn't it? You know, and their skins are thicker. So I've made some little notes of some little tips and tricks of what to do in this weather to keep them cool. As people probably know, dogs sweat through their paws and they also release their heat through their mouths as well. So it's really important to keep their mouths nice and moist, make sure they've got access to plenty of fresh water. If you have to change their water 2-3 times a day, then please do so, because in this heat as well, I found the water bowls start heating up, particularly if you've got them in aluminium or that kind of metal base drinking bowl. They can heat up quite a lot, so it ends up becoming like drinking from a bath. So bear that in mind. What you can also do is, if you haven't got a paddling pool for them to dip their paws in to keep their paws cool, then you can use a washing up bowl and pop some cold water in and just dip their paws in. Some dogs do love to jump in water, some do not. You can also use, I use on mine a hose pipe. They absolutely love a hose pipe, but please again bear in mind that hose pipes, particularly if you're using the rubber kind, if it's unravelled and left in the sun, it can heat up a lot. So when you squirt that hose for the first time, it comes out like a hot bath. So be really careful of that. Make sure you run that hose pipe a little bit before and touch it with your hand and make sure it's cool enough to squirt your dogs or hose them down with. Some dogs, as I say, don't like water, but sometimes you've got to make them do something they don't like doing, especially when it comes to protecting their well-being. I would literally pop my dog on a lead if they didn't like squirting with a hose and gently put it on the gentle, not the power squirt on a hose, put it on the more shower version of the hose and just gently run it over their backs and rub it in and make sure they're kept nice and cool. Now, some people are using these cool jackets I've seen. They look like a toweling. I've not quite looked into them as much myself, but I can only imagine it's got some form of water substance in there. I don't know. Again, drop in the comments below, let me know what they're all about. So I've literally just jumped on here today and not really looked into it too much, but I have seen them on dogs, and I'm not entirely convinced of them, because if your dog's out and about, it has got some sort of form of water substance, or it's been dampened or something over time of that walk, that's going to heat up. That's going to be like having a jacket on your dog in the heat. So I'm not so keen on them. Cool mats, some people, there's good reviews, bad reviews, but hey, listen, you can't go wrong with them. Grab one. If you can grab one, get one, try them out. And you can probably stick them in the freezer or something like that, and they might lay on it, they may not. Dogs are pretty good as long as you don't take them out. They will generally go to the shade, and they know how to keep themselves cool in that way. If they don't, I know one of my dogs, he likes to follow me around everywhere, and if I sit in the sun, he'll sit in the sun. So I literally have to make him. This is a good thing for place training as well, because if you do place training and they understand where their place is, you can get them to sit there and make sure they stay there. So I tend to make mine stay in the shade, say go to your place, they stay in their place, and they will stay there and lay in the shade. If it is too hot in your gardens, there's not enough shade, keep them indoors. Close all your curtains, open up the windows, just to make sure that you've got some air ventilation. So you can also make, on my little list here that I've got down, you can make like little ice poles for them. So depending on what your dogs can tolerate, I like to give mine goat's milk or milk, freeze them in like ice cube holders or whatever you've got to make like a popsicle or something like that, and lay them down for them. And you know, they might play around with them in their mouth, they might eat them, whatever they do, it's cooling their mouth down. So that's worth a try. As I say, you know, your dogs sweat through their paws and their mouth, so you know that, and you know how to keep them cool. Keep the paws cool, keep them plenty of fresh water. Aside of that, just going through my list, if there's anything else that any of you can think of that I haven't thought of, you know, tips and tricks, put them in the comments below, because it's great for everyone to find out and learn from each other of what you do for your dogs and what helps them. So yeah, that's all I have to say on that for now, K9 crew. I hope you're enjoying this weather. I don't make it too doom and gloom, but I just really want you to look after your furry babies and make sure that everyone's safe and enjoying this weather in a safe way. So please like this video if you've liked the content. Please comment, please share if you know of anyone that might benefit from this information, and subscribe if you want to see future videos, because we're always making them, of tips and tricks and different training videos and pack walks, you name it. And that gets me on another subject of pack walks. We haven't been doing pack walks, guys, and I'm really sorry about that, but we have to put the animals first. How I can explain to people, they say, oh, you know, can we not do the pack walks earlier in the morning? Can we not do the pack walks later on in the evening? But what you need to bear in mind, this is not just like taking your normal, you know, daily routine dogs out for a walk. We're talking there's a whole pack of sometimes 10 to 15 dogs all walking at once. There's a lot of energy going on there. There's a lot of excitement. So that is literally going to put them even in a more heat exhausted state, and it's just not worth it whatsoever. So that's why we will not be doing pack walks until the weather's come down considerably, and you know, more overcast or a more breezier, cooler day. You know where I'm going with this, people. So yeah, they are literally on hold for now. Anyway, it is Saturday. I don't want to keep you too long. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Keep yourselves cool as well. Get yourself a cocktail, nice cold beer, because I know that's what I'll be doing today. Take care, K9 crew, and I'll see you all soon. And I forgot another tip, which is do not take your dogs out in a car, even if you have aircon. It is not worth it. If you ever got stuck in a traffic jam, or the aircon stopped working and you was en route and you got your dogs in the back of the car, it is not worth it. Do not do it. Keep your dogs at home and safe.